going on, ADV hooligans? ADV Gourmet here, and today we're on a special adventure. We're going from South Carolina over to Georgia, and we're going to old hot Atlanta. The reason would be we got a new toy to pick up. So stay tuned, sit back, relax, grab that icy cold beverage that you like to enjoy, and we're going to be back with some new adventures here on ADV Gourmet. Peace. Motor lawyer, old Rick Stewart. Someone made you fall, you better make that call. Make that call to Rick now. He's going to help you out. He's going to turn that wreck into a check. You know what I'm talking about? What's going on, ADV hooligans? ADV Gourmet here, and today, oh boy, it's been a day. Let me tell you, we're here in Duluth, Georgia, a suburb of Atlanta, and we've been on a certain mission today, and that mission is to pick up a brand new, 2008 FJ Cruiser. Extra 100? Yes, thank you.
Have a good day. I'm gonna watch my back.
Yeah, right? All right, we got it, baby.
I'm gonna go pee real quick up there.
Yeah, about the pee. Okay. All right. Here we go. Cannot believe I just bought this, to be honest with you. But I am psyched beyond belief. I have probably wanted one of these for at least probably 10 years. And we've got it. So we're getting ready to head back to Charleston, and let's see how she goes. This thing's got a power commander. It's gonna be exciting to drive. All right, I'll see you guys out on the highway. Peace. Back home. Just picked up the FJ Cruiser from Atlanta. Been a long day, worn out. Had a very interesting day today. Actually, for whatever reason, Duluth, Georgia, which is kind of on the outskirts of Atlanta, they had 4, if not 5, FJ Cruisers for sale. So the one that I had originally picked out was a 2008, and it was white. The pictures online looked super clean, and it had low miles, so I definitely was, interested. Made the guy an offer, sight unseen, and said, if everything looks as good as it does in the pictures, I don't see why we can't make a deal. So, drove up to Atlanta from Charleston this morning. It's about a 4.5 hour trip, because we're on the north side of Atlanta. And we get to the location, and it's crickets. Text the guy, hey, what's going on? No response. Finally, he responds, okay. Told my son, I was like, look, man, we'll hang out here for about 30 minutes. So this guy don't show up, we're out of here. We're not gonna hang out. And lo and behold, he showed up. I thought he was gonna ghost me, to be honest with you. But he did show up. The FJ Cruiser looked good. And, he pulled up beside me. I told him I liked the look of it. Asked him if I could test drive it. And then asked him if I could look under the hood. No problem. Popped the hood. Opened the hood up. And the engine was completely gloss black. And I was like, well, this is odd. So I got my flashlight out and looked a little bit further. And everything under the hood, now mind you, this is a white car, was painted solid gloss black. Now, I know a little bit about engines. And I know American engines all have a certain color. And I'm not sure about Toyota engines, to be honest with you. But I did know that I didn't think they were supposed to be gloss black. So it threw up a red flag. So as I got to look around the engine compartment, I noticed all these spray paint marks of just little pieces of nuts, bolts, everything was spray painted black. So I asked the guy, I was like, what's up with all the spray paint? He goes, trying to make it look better for, um, aesthetic purposes. I was like, okay. Right. I just kind of kept looking, got up underneath, because that's really what really made me interested in this particular FJ. They have a problem with rusting underneath, but this one was really clean in the pictures, mind you. And once I got up underneath it, I realized this joker had just spray painted the entire undercarriage flat black. I mean, there was paint everywhere. So I started tapping around a little bit, and I'll be honest, the rust that was there, it wasn't all that bad. I don't think, but you couldn't tell because of all the shitty ass paint. So, I made the guy an offer. I told him, we drove it around. We was having a hard time going to four-wheel drive, some other issues with it, as far as just cosmetic things, really. So I told the guy, I was like, look, man, I say, this isn't as clean as I thought it was, I'll be honest with you. But I'd like to make you an offer. First I asked him what was his lowest price. And he gave me about $500 lower. We talked a little bit more, he gave me another $500 off. So we're $1,000 less than what it was advertised for. And I said, this is what I'm willing to pay. So I shot that number out. Now, let me just trace back just a minute. The gentleman who pulled up in the FJ Cruiser was not the gentleman that was selling it online. It was his brother. So apparently George, the gentleman I had been talking with online, sends his brother. And that was an immediate red flag. So we had 2 red flags. We've got rust underneath, which is the 3rd red flag. And the cosmetic things were 4 red flags. Now, for the right price, those red flags are just red flags. They make it be, no big deal. Maybe they're huge big deals. I don't know. I didn't know the extent of the rust. So I told him, this is my bottom dollar. He got a little pissed. Maybe I insulted him. Because it was, I would say, almost $6,000 less than what he was asking for the FJ Cruiser. He goes, I can't do that. So I was like, well, let me crawl underneath one more time. Just to, before I let this fish off the hook. Let me look underneath one more time. So I got down there. And I tapped on a certain piece of metal. And it just started flaking off in my face. I stood up and said, I'm sorry. I'm backing out of the deal. Have a good one. And best of wishes to you on selling it. But I don't think it's for me. And I think he was quite shocked that I had driven so far to turn down his FJ. But, I'm not here to waste my money. I work hard for my money, and I want it to go as far as possible when I go to use it. With that being said, my son rode with me, so I told him, I was like, let's go grab lunch. I know there's a couple other FJs here in town, so let's see, if any of these guys respond back. They weren't expecting me to come today. I didn't, text them, let them know, so they weren't ready. So I texted 3 of them. Got responses from 2. One was a manual. It was definitely by far the less expensive one. For whatever reason, I really wasn't wanting a manual, though. I'm getting older. I didn't want to be shifting gears all the time. But I want an FJ Cruiser, and if manual, I would have taken it. I can drive a manual. Good thing about a manual is, especially nowadays, that's almost theft device. A lot of kids can't drive manual, stick shift. But don't let me digress. So the first FJ that I called after I turned down the one I kind of wanted was the one I'm actually riding in. Called him up. He said, when do you want to come see it? I was like, hey, can I come see it, within the next hour? He said, give me a X amount of time. Can you meet me at this time? I said, yep, let's do it. We talked about it, discussed it, we met up. It's what I wanted. I threw him a number, he threw me back a number. We met in the middle. And now I'm a proud owner of this FJ Cruiser. So, I think before in the last clip, I said this was a 2008. No, this is actually 2007. The 2008 was the one that I was looking at. So this is, this car is already 18 years old. But it has 160,000 miles on it. And it can go probably, well taken care of, up to 500,000. I'm looking to have a lot of fun in my new FJ Cruiser. Let me just say that. Very excited. Very, very excited. So, let's welcome the FJ Cruiser to the new fleet of vehicles of ADV Gourmet. We'll have to baptize her in a water crossing. And we definitely need to get her on the SCAR quick. Now, if you guys have a name, I'm not big into naming cars, but hey, or bikes, truthfully. But I know a lot of you guys do. So, if you got a suggestion of a name, put it in the comments below. And until next time, ADD hooligans, I'll see you guys out on the trails. But will it be on the Tenere? Will it be on the DRZ 400? Or will it be in the FJ? Well, only time will tell. But I'll see you guys there. Until next time, guys. Peace.